No matter how much Guarino and Buchanan and Proctor have botched this investigation, this guy is gonna be cooked. You know what I'm saying? You must follow the law. The law says...
Glorious. Is it a lawsuit? Probably. Why not?
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up. It's the Law with Attorney Larry Forman. Folks, today we are going to continue the riveting testimony of Schmidt in the Brian Walsh hearing earlier this year as trial is looming. Trial is about to begin in just a couple of weeks here in Massachusetts. Buckle up because we are going to cover it. We're going to cover the witnesses. We're going to see the same key players that we have seen before and some new key players like Schmidt. I am telling you, this is one you do not want to miss because he has stuff to offer. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's get back into the disappearance of Anna Walsh by Brian Walsh back in January of 2023.
You said that was just exhibits, or was marked as tabs 7 and 8. And so what's on here is 7, 8, and the previously identified, what was it, 1, 2?
So the audio, the drive would have exhibit 2, for the January 4th interview, exhibit 5, which would be the January 5th interview, and at this point in time, exhibit 7, the January 7th interview.
Okay. And I listened to the interviews that were on the drive that you gave. Are those the same that I listened to?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thanks. Any objection to 7 and 8?
No, Your Honor.
All right, great, thanks.
Sergeant, I'd like to ask some questions about this interview now. Are you familiar with what Viber is?
Yes.
What is Viber?
Communication app.
And what is WhatsApp?
Also a communications app.
What did the defendant say that Ms. Walsh had as far as access to Viber and WhatsApp?
She would use those apps.
And are you familiar with Instagram?
Yes.
And what is Instagram?
Social media platform.
And what access did the defendant say that Ms. Walsh had to Instagram?
She would use them.
I imagine Facebook is something similar to Instagram?
Yes.
And what access did he say she had to Facebook?
Most people use social media. I don't know where this is going, but let's find out.
She would use Facebook.
What access did the defendant have to Ms. Walsh's passwords when you were talking to him?
They shared some financial passwords.
They're married.
And
Were.
what access did she have to, well, first off, what is Venmo?
Venmo's an app that you can transfer money to and from.
And what access did she say that she had to Venmo?
She has Venmo.
Now, in addition to these applications, what did he tell you as far as financial institutions she would use?
They would use Apple Credit Union, Liberty Bay, Fidelity, Chase, and a JetBlue credit card.
And how would she conduct her finances?
Online banking.
During the interview, at any point in time, did attorney minor interrupt the defendant?
Yes.
And what did she say when she interrupted him?
Don't talk about our communications.
Now, did
Standard stuff.
the defendant tell you how he would obtain permission to leave the home when dealing with federal authorities?
Through email.
And what would he do as far as contacting them via email? What would he ask?
There was a scheduled time, and requests need to be made 72 hours out. And if there's an emergency request would have to be through email.
And did he say anything as far as your ability to review those emails?
Yes.
What did he say?
He said we could review those emails.
And what did attorney minor say at this point in time?
We could review those emails.
Now, what did the defendant tell you as far as his whereabouts on January 1st, 2023?
He was home.
And did he leave the home at any time?
Yes.
Where did he go?
He went to Shaw's to get orange juice and milk.
And Once he went to Shaw's and got those items, where did he go?
He returned home.
Did he leave the home again on January 1st?
Yes.
Where did he say he went?
To visit his mother at 330 Paradise Road in Swampscott.
Did he say what happened on his way to Swampscott?
He got lost.
In addition to going to visit his mother, did he go to anywhere else in that area?
Yes, he went to Whole Foods and CVS.
And besides those stores, did he tell you any other locations he went to on the 1st?
There was discussion of possibly going to a Walgreens.
Now, what did he tell you as far as where he went on January 2nd?
To Norwell to get ice cream with his son.
And during this interview, did anyone ask him about the name Richard Walker?
Yes.
Who asked about Richard Walker?
Trooper DeChico.
And did he know Richard Walker?
No.
What was the significance to you at this point in time of the name Richard Walker?
I had received an email with a ransom request from an email address with the name Richard Walker.
And when had you received this email?
Was this Brian Walsh's cover? Remember, there was this whole thing about he theorized or perpetuated this theory that Anna Walsh has been kidnapped and is being held for ransom. Is this the guy that allegedly held Anna Walsh for ransom and then later made her disappear and or, offed her? It's so ridiculous.
In relation to the interview that you were conducting with the defendant at this point in time on January 7th?
Before.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Did Brian seriously think that he's going to be able to pin it on somebody else and say they're the ones who did it with no real trail, no real evidence? After you perform Google searches saying, how to get rid of a body, how to dismember, what is the best tool to use? After you do all of those searches, did you really think no one is going to find out, dude? How thick are you? Now, the question is, are these Google searches going to be admissible? And that is what we're going to find out probably here in a few short days before the trial is set to begin. But if this evidence comes in, this guy is cooked. No matter how much Guarino and Buchanan and Proctor have botched this investigation, this guy is going to be cooked. You know what I'm saying?
Bring you a copy of a document. Do you recognize that?
Yes.
Is that the email you received from with the name Richard Walker attached to it?
It is.
The Commonwealth would seek to have this marked as the next exhibit. It's in the binder, Your Honor, and before I try and admit it twice, it's Exhibit 9.
Thank you. Any objection?
No objection. Did you read the body of the email?
We have the so-named Anna Walsh with us here. We had a deal worth $127,000. She messed up. We have her here with us, and if she doesn't pay the money, then she'll never be back. And we know that the police and the FBI are involved. Good luck finding us.
Good luck finding us? She'll never be found? People don't write like that. She'll be found.
Besides Trooper DeChico mentioning that name once, was there any further discussion of Richard Walker or the substance, or even the substance of the email?
No.
Now, what did the defendant tell you as far as Mrs. Walsh's use of Uber or Lyft?
That she would use them Uber 1 and Lyft 2.
Is her preferences?
Yes.
While you were conducting the interview, did anyone arrive?
Yes.
Who arrived?
Abdullah.
And what happened once that gentleman arrived?
Attorney Minor advised Mr. Walsh to get him to leave.
And what did Mr. Walsh do?
He went to the door and got him to leave.
And was the defendant ever asked how Anna Walsh would communicate if she lost her cell phone?
Yes.
What did he say?
He didn't know at first.
And then did anyone ask him about using an iPad?
Yes.
And what did he say if Anna had lost her phone, how she would communicate using an iPad?
He said that's right. She would use an iPad.
Now, what did the defendant tell you as far as how Anna would communicate with JetBlue?
He related they wouldn't have good luck calling, so she would use the chat function on the online website.
And did Attorney Minor have any comments at this point in time about contacting JetBlue via the online chat function?
Yes, she said that she uses JetBlue and uses the online website chat feature.
And did the defendant have any questions for you at this point in time accessing this information?
Yes, he asked if we had reviewed the JetBlue chatter.
Now, was there ever a discussion of Anna Walsh making a brunch reservation for January 1st?
Yes.
And the defendant didn't have any knowledge of a brunch reservation at this point in time, correct?
Yes.
But did he say how she would have made that reservation if she was going to?
Through the app's Resi or Open Table.
Now, how long was this interview?
About 2 hours.
And after that interview was over, what did you do?
We checked the area for security footage to try and corroborate any vehicles coming or going.
And so how do you do that?
Neighborhood canvas.
Now, were you ever informed about the contents of any of the digital devices on January 7th, that's Saturday?
Yes.
About what time were you informed?
6:30 p.m.
And how were you informed?
Phone call.
From who?
One of the CPAC troopers.
Do you remember which one at this point in time?
No.
And what were you notified of?
There was suspicious browser history.
Now, this is January 7th. And now I want to ask you some questions about January 8th.
Okay.
On the morning of January 8th, did you have the opportunity to be present when a search warrant was executed in Cohasset?
Yes.
Where was it executed?
The residence.
516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway.
Correct.
And who was executing the search warrant?
The CPAC unit with conjunction with the Cohasset Police.
And who was home at the residence when the search warrant was executed?
Mr. Walsh, the 3 children, and his mother.
Now, when the warrant was executed, did anyone arrive to assist Mr. Walsh after the warrant was first served?
Attorney Minor.
About how long did it take for her to arrive?
15 minutes.
And once Attorney Minor arrived, what was done with the family and Mr. Walsh?
We moved car seats around so they could leave the premises with Attorney Minor.
And did you ever have the opportunity to participate in a 4th interview of the defendant on that day, Sunday, January 8th?
Yes.
And where did that occur?
Attorney Minor's residence in Scituate.
And about what time did that occur?
About 11 a.m.
And who was present for that interview?
Myself, Trooper DeChico, Trooper Proctor, Attorney Minor, and Mr. Walsh.
And during the interview, what was discussed?
The browser search history.
And what did the defendant say he would do with the iPad as far as helping the children?
He would put on spooky movies for them.
And did he say he did anything else with the iPad?
No.
How long did this interview go on for?
Just over 10 minutes.
Who stopped the interview?
Attorney Minor.
And
that makes
once
sense
the
because
interview-
what probably happened, I mean, the searches are so incriminating. When the police probably started asking really probing questions to Brian Walsh about his involvement in the search history and his making of the searches that are popping up in the search history, I mean, if I was his lawyer, I would say, you stop talking right now. That's probably what happened. On advice of my attorney, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right not to answer that question because what I say may incriminate me, or something like that, something along those lines. If I were a betting man, if I was a fly in the wall, that's probably how it went down. That's what I would tell my client if Brian Walsh was my client. Have you or someone you love been injured as a result of someone else's negligence? Or worse, you lost a loved one because of it? I am attorney Larry Forman, and myself and my team of trial lawyers are ready to fight for you and get you the maximum compensation allowable under the law. We know the system. We know how to win anywhere in the United States, 24 hours a day. Call 1-844-77-4-HURT. That's 1-844-77-4-HURT. And let's get you every dollar you deserve. Dial that number and buckle up. Let's win this ride.
He was terminated by Attorney Meyer. What did you do?
I shut off the recorder and we left.
And did you ever have the opportunity to see Mr. Walsh again that day?
Yes.
About what time?
4 p.m.
And where did you see him?
Attorney Meyer's residence.
And what were you doing at Attorney Meyer's residence at 4 p.m. on January 8th, Sunday?
I placed him in custody.
And where was he taken to once he was placed into custody?
Cohasset Police Headquarters.
He was booked there?
He was.
May I have a moment, Your Honor?
You may.
This is still direct examination.
I'm going to go over a couple things that I may have missed. On January 4th, which was Wednesday, the first day you met Mr. Walsh, what did he say to you about looking at anything on his phone?
We could look at anything if it would help.
And on the 5th, actually, I'll ask this on the 4th. Did he ever tell you what access Anna had of his phone on January 4th?
On the 4th, he said that Anna would use his device, would use his phone, and that she would send photos from his phone to herself if she liked them.
And on the 5th, what did he say as far as Anna's access to his phone? When now you're with the Trooper Chico on this second day.
Is there a transcript portion that would refresh my memory?
You're saying your memory is exhausted at this point in time?
It is.
All right. I think that we can, I'll come back to it and find that portion of the transcript. I'm going to ask you a couple other questions in the meantime. On the 5th, how did you get the Volvo open?
He provided the keys to us.
And what was the difference in the Volvo?
I think Brian was also banking on the fact that he's like, I'm being very cooperative. I have nothing to hide, when he had everything to hide. You know, the plastic sheet in the back of the car that was later removed, as I think we're about to find out. The cell phone searches, the iPad searches. Like, he used his kid's iPad to search these. This is so disgusting.
Volvo from the 4th to the 5th.
The plastic sheeting in the trunk was not there.
Children. Oh, sorry. What did he just say?
In the Volvo from the 4th to the 5th.
The plastic sheeting in the trunk was not there.
Gone. The plastic sheeting disappeared. That's huge.
When you arranged the
Destruction of
interview
evidence. That's very incriminating.
for when you arrange interviews with the defendant, how would you do it? Would you call him? Would you just show up?
Potentially.
What was your process?
Both occurred.
And who was the person that canceled the forensic interview of the children on January 6th?
Mr. Walsh.
Are you aware of what time Mr. Walsh's devices were returned to him on January 7th?
Would have been around the time of the interview.
Before it began?
Before it began.
And did he describe for you on that Saturday, January 7th interview of what happened as far as getting lost that day going to his mother's residence?
Yes.
What did he tell you?
He said he did not have his cell phone with him, so he took the wrong route.
And what did he say as far as the location of his cell phone from January 1 into January 2?
His children had moved it. He didn't know where it was.
And, sir, concerning the fourth interview that you had with the defendant on January 8th, was that recorded?
Yes.
And did you have the opportunity to review that recording?
Yes.
And is it a fair and accurate representation of that interview?
It is.
And was there a transcript created of that interview?
Yes.
And does it fairly reflect that audio recording?
It does.
And, Your Honor, so I would be moving to enter in as the exhibits 11 and 12 in the binder as the audio file and the transcript for the January 8th interview.
Any objection to that?
Objection.
Okay, then.
As far as the location of where people were seated on the January 4th and the January 5th interview, so we're talking about those first two, was there any difference as far as how, like, where people were?
I was seated in a chair for the first one. I think I was on the bench. I was on the bench for the second one.
But everyone was around the dining room table?
Correct.
And everyone was seated?
Yes.
And one more moment, Your Honor. Oh, and apparently I've neglected to enter in one of the transcripts, Your Honor. I apologize. And the audio. So Exhibit 5 and 6, according to the binder. So I'm going to just ask the officer this for the record. Have you had the opportunity to review the audio from the January 5th, 2023 interview?
Yes.
And does it fairly and accurately reflect that interview?
It does.
And that transcript, have you seen that of that interview?
Yes.
And does it accurately reflect the audio of that interview?
It does.
And as far as any problem, is there anything missing in the transcript compared to the audio?
For the 5th?
Yes, sir.
There was background noise. You could hear you could hear Mr. Walsh's mother speaking in the background, and Sergeant Buchanan.
Alex, I just want to make sure we don't have a glitch here.
Yes, I appreciate that, Your Honor. I think I fouled things up.
So I see in the binder that the has now been marked that Exhibit 4 is the transcript of the interview. What's marked as Exhibit 4 in this binder is the transcript of the interview of 1/7/23, and what's marked as Exhibit 5 is the transcript.
And I think that the reason for that, Your Honor, is that the audio files...
Something's not right here.
Yes, I think the audio files take us out of order.
Well, I just want to make sure, I mean, we were talking about Exhibit 5 and 6, and I happen to have the binder open, and so 6 is now the email from Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Or Richard Walker. So I just want to make sure that I have the numbers appropriately, both in terms of what you're putting into evidence.
The judge is just asking for clarification.
We can clean up the binder later. That's fine.
Yes. And I think I know what happened, Your Honor. It's that I put them in an order that included the audio files, but the audio files aren't like a hard exhibit to label in the binder. So it's skipping over numbers as a result of the audio files.
All right. So
I can work with counsel and clean it up.
That'll be good.
Okay, all right, folks. This is a good place as any to stop. We are going to continue Sergeant Schmidt's testimony in the Brian Walsh case. As you can see, folks, it is getting heated. It is getting very interesting. The lengths that this man has gone to pretend that Anna Walsh has disappeared and will never reappear unless you give us money, and you will never find her. People get found all the time. There's always trails and why would she be kidnapped in the first place? And if she was kidnapped, why did you perform those searches, bud? And who writes like that? You will never find her again. That's obviously like code for his attempt to basically make it look like, look, I'm going to make her disappear because I killed her. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. This man does not know what he's doing. And thank God for that. Anna Walsh disappeared by his own hand. So much is clear. The only question is there going to be enough for a jury to convict in a couple of weeks when this trial begins? And I'm here for it, folks. I'm very excited to do that. I'm also in the process of working on some more Karen Read stuff for you. And that will be premiering very, very shortly on my channel. We're going to finish out the Brian Walsh hearing. I'm also planning on doing Kelsey Fitzsimmons. I understand there's an audio out there. People have asked me. Let me know in the comments below after you like this video. Comment below, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to cover the audio hearing in the Kelsey Fitzsimmons case. I understand that a lot of people have already covered it, but maybe people want to hear my specific opinion about this case, and I'm happy to oblige. I just don't know if that horse has been beaten to death yet. I know I'm behind the times, as you all know. I do have a practice that I run full-time, and YouTube is my secondary job, if you will. So I do apologize that I have not yet created or was able to premiere a video on Kelsey Fitzsimmons. And we, of course, have Fraser Baum in the works. I'll be in touch with Ari Jacob here very shortly to premiere those videos for you. So, folks, I hope you all learned something. I hope you all are enjoying this series. We're going to conclude it. I don't know if the next video is going to be some more Sergeant Schmidt or it might be something else. So stay tuned because you never know what I might premiere tomorrow. I love you all. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.